There was chaos in the Kenyan National Assembly on Thursday during a special sitting to debate the amendments to the security bill. The House had to be adjourned twice after chaos broke out. The bill proposes extending the time of detaining terror suspects from 24 hours to as many as 360 days. It also gives the National Intelligence Service power to search, arrest and intercept communication without a judicial warrant. For more details on the story, we are joined on the line by SABC East Africa correspondent Sarah Kimani. Sarah, a very good afternoon to you. Now, a crucial moment for the country as Parliament votes for the proposed security bill. What is the latest regarding this?
Well, it's been a very tense moment in the House, moments where the Speaker has been shouted down. We've witnessed members of Parliament tearing down the order papers, jeering. Parliament has actually been adjourned twice. They have just resumed, but in between a lot of jeering, even at this moment. What is happening now is that Parliament is debating the appointment of Joseph Nkaiseri as a new Minister for Internal Security. If you remember, 3 weeks ago, the President appointed a new Interior Security Minister, but he must pass through Parliament for that appointment to be processed and for him to actually be accepted. So that is what is going on now. They're yet to begin debate on the security laws. We expect that in the second half of Parliament.
Sarah, are there any organizations right outside Parliament at the moment that are opposing this bill, and what are their reasons for opposing?
Well, what happened is in the morning, during the morning session of Parliament, there were a lot of civil rights movement people who are outside the House chanting slogans of Occupy Parliament, down with the security laws, down with terrorism. But there's a very heavy police security presence outside Parliament, and so they were arrested. Right now, security is still very heavy outside Parliament, and so there haven't been any more. Those who are opposing the laws, including the opposition, say that they have a lot of things, far-reaching amendments that will be able to infringe on the rights of the people, including the rights of the media, the rights of assembly, the rights even of suspects, including terror suspects, because now the law says a terror suspect can be held for up to 360 days. That is almost a year without trial. They're also saying that they will be held in isolation and in some cases without communication with the outside world. So a lot of people are saying that these laws will actually go against the new constitution, which is very progressive.
But Sarah, is the opposition still threatening to go to court if the deal does in fact go through?
We are waiting to see what happens now, because it is likely that that vote may actually not be taken, because there have been attempts by the opposition to disrupt proceedings in the House. At one point, a few minutes ago now, a member of the opposition walked to the Speaker's chair and poured a bottle of mineral water on the Speaker. That also threw the House again into, chaos, and it was disrupted for some time. Members of Parliament were thrown out. We understand the opposition actually planned a mass walkout. We don't know if they will still carry that out. So it is the civil society that has said they will go to court. The opposition says they plan to fight the battle inside the House. We'll wait to see what other cards they have under their sleeves.
But Sarah, before I let you go, what benefits could this bill be to Kenyans and their personal safety?
Well, in terms of when you look at it on face value, it is a good bill because it provides issues of security are well catered for. But it also, speaking now from a point of a media person, it infringes on the rights of the media. Take, for example, the bill says that a person from the media will not speak or take images or publish images of a victim of terror without speaking to the Inspector General of Police. If you do that, then you face a fine of up to $55,000 or 3 years in jail. If in case of a civil society, if they're planning a demonstration, they will have to go to the police and get a letter, which will also assign them a place where they can hold such demonstrations. These are laws that had already been struck out in the Constitution. Members of the civil society had a right to picket, but they also say that the National Intelligence Service can intercept communication, or they can walk into a house and search a house which they think is for a terror suspect without looking to go to court and get a judicial warrant. So those are some of the things that people are worried about that may affect how people have been associating, how people have been moving, or even how the media reports issues related with terrorism.
That's Sarah Kimani, SABC East Africa correspondent, live to us from Nairobi, Kenya.